master watch. Cartier, look, Cartier. Cartier, spec buffalo on the side. Pussy cut diamonds, they Cartier, yeah. Cartier bad for the Cartier. Sky ring look cool with 200 the dash. Cartier jeans, ain't no way I can say. Ain't no way I'm ever gonna go out. Man, I can't go out, no way I'm gonna go out. I just grip on her and I show out. I sit like a champ and I wait on her whole lot. I just whip up a new Chanel paddock. I whip with the wrist and I don't break the door out. Turn the whole top floor to up. 100 racks and 1 2 bucks.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in, when the Saints go marching in.
What time it is. You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, 2 NFC South teams set to tangle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And here we go from New Orleans. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Tony Pollard. And now all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Yeah, here we go.
First down, here's Dak. This one's snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Yeah, here we go.
First and 10, it's Pollard. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dak now from the gun. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They give to Pollard from the gun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun is Prescott. That's complete. 2-2 Atwell. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running for it with Stevenson. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes his money. You just get, well, you get stuffed on a run, and now you got 4th and goal. What are you gonna do?
They'll try it now with Stevenson. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Lisa 24.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Running with Walker again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
All right, set now. 1st and 10.
13,
Lawrence to throw it. Kraft has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Hey.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And it's going to be about 3-yard pickup in the end. Run down by Rasul Douglas.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Lawrence in the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense off to a good start, Brock. Here's a 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory. Out of the gun, Lawrence finds his man. It's Kraft. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Hey, easy, route.
Walker now from the gun. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Hey, kill. 11.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Ty Chandler to return. This makes it up to the 25.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 20.
Prescott here from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Prescott on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take line. Here we go.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak to the air here. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Up the middle, here goes Pollard. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the 17. score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal.
There you go.
Prescott to sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Saints take a second quarter lead. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak.
Kate, I think 2 things were at play here. Not just the brute force to get it done on the QB sneak, but also the element of surprise to run it on first down. Job well done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action. Lawrence makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10.
Hey, Lion!
They'll go with Walker on the counter. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
This defense may have been headed the wrong way initially on that counter run, but they never lost contain. As that play shifted back, they flowed with it and caught him before he could break it up the sideline.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. From the 27. Has it at the 7. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Handoff running left, Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Lisa 24.
Gets it again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. They manage 3 yards on the carry. It sets him up with 3rd and goal at the 5.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Falcons pushing for a late spark before halftime. Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, go.
Trying to run it with Walker. And he's going to be stopped on 3rd and goal, so a big choice to make now on 4th down. Let's see how this penalty flag affects things. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Bass's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Chandler now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Complete. It's Atwell. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Caught by his back here. It's Pollard. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 8. He completes it in traffic. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, here we go.
From the 31. That's caught at the 4. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that's separation.
And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints will add to their lead at the end of the half. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints grow their lead to 8. Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Man in motion here. First down throw, Lawrence. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And that'll bring up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Lawrence again here, 2nd and 10. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. New set of downs for him from the 46. He's back to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
One final shot before the half. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Oh, that one didn't have any of it.
Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory. But that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, run!
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. It's caught by Wilson. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising, quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. First call here coming from the shotgun. First down, here's Dak. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes it just a different level of connectedness. What a great sign to start the second half with this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go. Running for the first with Pollard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
4th down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it. Back to throw it. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Set up the screen. It's Pollard. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down, because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. He dumps it underneath. Pollard. And will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, break off the first down.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints push their lead further to start the half. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Reed now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everything in the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
He's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, a 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Hey, easy, Ralph. Roll ball. Hey, tomato.
From the 42. It's a big strike downfield to Nguka. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence throwing here. Complete out to the right. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the route, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Offense and Lawrence getting ready for this 2-point try.
30 left. Hey,
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stay right open. Here we go.
He's throwing for it. And that pass is caught. Sneaking to 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a 1-score ball game.
Falcons 14.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Chandler now on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Dak to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, there we go.
From the 37. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
He gets it underneath. Stevenson. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
And that is the definition of an impact play from the defense. Everything been going poorly for them, right? They're poised to surrender some big yardage.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down.
Yeah! Here we go!
Running right, here's Pollard. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 19. He brings it in. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
Saints 28, Falcons 14.
Reed now to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 16 yards on the play, and the Falcons will have a 1st.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Catch made left side by Amuka. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. All All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point up and good for Bass. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Chandler now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. From the gun is Prescott. They did it! He made the interception! Greg Newsome has it! And it's a big 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown.
No question they wanted a big play to begin their drive, but there's the monkey's paw. They got the big play, but not the way they wished for it. Instead, well, they got to rally themselves to get right back out there after watching their opponents celebrate in the end zone.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Chandler now on the return. Making some progress here. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 26.
From the 38. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. It's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Yeah, here we go. I take right in. What do you think?
He'll throw it. It's caught by McLaurin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go.
Prescott here from the gun. Caught by his back here is Pollard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints pushing to get within range for a game winner. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 26.
Looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They get to Pollard from the gun. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, here we go. Like 26.
Here he is to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Counts on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Reed now to kick this one away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Running with Walker again. Escapes a defender. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now to throw. Completes this one to Kraft. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Walker on 1st down. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he takes it down to the 33. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's got it in close. And he will score and give him the lead. absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Saints, 31.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Chandler now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Back to throw. This one's to Kirk out left side. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The Falcons nearing a victory as he drops to a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Falcons will